93 Boxing. I'm back with a quick video. Sergey Kovalev just left the press conference right after speaking. He said things like, what did he say? Yeah, he said, what do you want me to say? I said enough already. He seems like he's, when a person really wants to let loose and talk some shit. Like he looks frustrated. He feels like he has to be like polite and all that shit. I feel like he's trying to refrain himself from saying the N word. He's a racist. Kovalev's a racist, man. I feel like that's what he's trying to do. And when Team Ward or Virgil Hunter or whoever is trying to say that Ward can lose control, like he can get mentally frustrated to the point where he loses control of himself. This seems a bit true. The fact that Sergey Kovalev just walked out shows me that he doesn't have self-control, in my opinion. He just, there's a lack of self-control there. And I feel like, I feel like Sergey Kovalev is a bit, like, Andre Ward got to his head. The fact that they got out John David Jackson's information and details and things like that, the fact that John David Jackson wants to go on the other side, well, that's what Ward's claiming, right? And I remember Virgil Hunter saying that we can prove this. I personally think Andrew Ward probably, they might be right. They might actually be right, okay? They say with so much confidence, Team Ward, what they say, to a point where I feel like they might be telling the truth. But man, this was interesting. I was going to make a prediction video, but I'm glad I didn't. Because these things, like where Sergey Kovalev seems mentally frustrated, where I'm fairly sure Sergey Kovalev might just try go for the knockout and shit. Just, throw a bunch of punches, go for the knockout. Maybe be a bit reckless as well. And, yeah, he might be a bit reckless. That might play into Andre Ward's hand, maybe. Initially, it might go against Andre Ward, but then it might actually work for him. You never know. You never know. And I need to take that into account. There's the weigh-in. I like to see Sergey Kovalev in the weigh-in, because surely, even if you're not struggling to make the weight, it's not like you can't just go out there and eat whatever you normally eat in your off-season or whatever. You still, there's certain amount of discipline required, and applying that type of discipline plus being frustrated with Andre Ward, plus being frustrated with Andre Ward's exposing John David Jackson, or not really fully exposing, because we don't really have full proof of this, but stating all these facts, I feel like Sergey Kovalev might really be frustrated during the weigh-in. He might not even turn up during the weigh-in. He might just stand there and do a weigh-in like indoors somewhere. I don't know, man. I don't know. This seems interesting. I like to see what it's like during the weigh-in. I feel like Andre Ward mentally is very strong. I guess he's been through they've both been through certain things, but Andre Ward's been through a lot in the ring, outside the ring as well, for him to not be mentally strong, I feel. And yeah, man, I feel like this is definitely a factor. The more this happens, the more I'm I haven't really thought this through a lot. I need to think about this, but as I see this, I feel like Andre Ward might benefit this. Andre Ward was confident, man. He was supremely confident. He was like, he was like, don't point that finger at me stuff. I like that. I like that. This is a very meaningful fight. Unlike the Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor fight, this is a very meaningful fight. It's a rematch, but it's a very meaningful rematch. They both are top fighters. I don't like. I really like. I like. I don't like Sergey Kovalev. I really want to see him lose, but in terms of how he fights, I kind of like that. I just want to see him lose. In terms of Andre Ward, yeah, I want to see him win. So there's always someone like normally in certain fights, I might favor another person based on how they fight, based on their fighting style, based on if I'm a fan of them or not. Certain things, right? But in this fight, I actually want Andre Ward to win, and I want Kovalev to lose because I don't like racism. I don't like why you would try to think of treating someone differently just because they're of a different race to you. I don't know why you can't see that human beings are just human beings. You know, people don't realize that it's fucked up. It's kind of fucked up, and racism's kind of nasty, man. Whichever way it goes, even if white people face racism, but anyone face racism, it's kind of ugly. And yeah, for one of that reason, I want to see Andrew Ward win. Let me know what you think. 93 Boxing. I'm out.